Hi, guys. It's Jennifer here, the Success Sorceress, and I want to talk to you about destiny, your destiny, and how, as a female in a female body that has cycles, what we can do is we can start to map out our own destiny using the energy that our body wants to use on a monthly cycle. So we aren't like men, we don't wake up with our morning wood. And some of us, depending on my cycle, I'm actually up some of the nights. Like on a full moon, I'm awake. I have a ton of energy. And so I need some rituals to perform, some interesting things that I do with my body and with my energy using the cycles of the moon and then my own cycle as well. And so this destiny is my latest adventure for you inside the Success Seekers Sanctuary. And she is AI driven. She's a bot. She's a GPT. And I've programmed in a ton of consciousness, a ton of interesting conversations, including human design, including using your own lunar cycle, including using the lunar cycle in order to be able to do manifestation processes, to take really great care of yourself, to quit being an overgiver, which a lot of you are, and to start manifesting your life, actualizing your life using the lunar cycle. And so I don't know if you know this, but before the Julian calendar system that we have right now, we actually had a lunar cycle. There were 13 months, 28 days, and it made sense because we were actually taking care of our female population. And I don't know if there was some kind of nefarious reason for doing it. When you think about it, you guys, like, why on earth would the beginning of the year happen in the coldest, deepest, darkest month of the cycle? Like, that doesn't actually make sense. I live in Canada. Like, you don't even really want to leave your house in January. You just don't. And then it gets worse in February. And so I see all of these people trying to, like, not only do, these New Year's launches, they're trying to do things in their relationship. They're trying to, like, manifest more loving relationship with the person that they're in a relationship with. And I think what's really, really important to me is you as the resource of your life, you as the source of your life. And I think that's really, really super important to me, that you have success on your own terms, which in my world is happy, healthy, wealthy, and loved. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and loved. If you have those 4 strong legs on your platform, on your chair, then that is a successful life. And so happy is joyous, like you have a blissful life a lot of the time. Healthy is your labs. Your labs look good. You're actively working with somebody who cares about the energy that you have, that cares about what your labs look like, that cares about that you have the type of energy that you need in order to be able to be successful, to actualize your world, to go after your dreams. And you are noticing you're not trying to push through, and do stuff on days where you don't have energy. And Carrie and I were talking about this, that both of us are feeling a little low today. So, yeah, I got up. I was able to build destiny today. It was a perfect day in order to be able to do that. So it was kind of like a day that I kind of call cave work, where it's like I'm not really public facing forward. It's lucky that I can do this recording from my kitchen. I got my coffee maker and I'm going to be firing her up. I feel like I need either a coffee or a nap. So I'm going to have a look at what I want to do, or maybe I'll just go for a walk. I'm not 100% sure. And so I'll be asking some questions. And so these resources that I'm building for you inside the Success Seekers Sanctuary is a place and space where your success matters to someone outside of you. And that person is me. It's very important to me that you have these tools and that you're growing your life towards success. Now, it's not the 80s, it's not the 90s, it's not the early 2000s. We're not living on like energy drinks to get through our workday, and then, you know, the beautiful, awesome, by the way, sleeping pills that we used to be able to get were like incredible. I remember those things and I remember loving them so much. We don't do that anymore. We take really good holistic care of ourselves. We're not doing all of the bad stuff that we used to. So the more that we take holistic care of ourselves, including our cycle, the better. And so you may have like read a few things about it. And what I would love for you to do is to have a real experience, a holistic experience with your cycle, because there will be days of the month where you honestly should have a cave day or a couch day or whatever you want to call it. There are days where you definitely should have a sleep in the middle of the day if you can. I remember when my kids were little, and I was at work, I was so freaking tired. Like I would do my job and sometimes I would park my car in the back furthest corner of the parkade and I would pack a pillow and a blanket so I could just have like a 45-minute nap in my car. On the days when I needed one. Like no kid interrupting me. I'm in my car, the doors are locked, I've got a blankety and a pillow. Like it's a little bit hobo, but it totally worked for me. And so these sort of revolutionary ideas about how you can use your energy, I think that that's something that that I can get excited about, and I can invite you to asking questions about, like, how do I want to live my life this week? Where is the moon in the sky this week? Is it a waxing moon? Is it a waning moon? Are we heading into a full moon? Are we heading into a new moon? And then also for you who have an active cycle, like where are you on your cycle? And you will have more power. You can use estrogen, you can use progesterone, you can use testosterone, you can use your endocrine system to help you know what days are going to be more powerful days. So it doesn't hit you in the head. You're not actually all that surprised. For me, I'm just heading out of the new moon, and that's special for my cycle. And so I know exactly what to expect, that I need to take really great care of myself always. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the invitation for you, is that Destiny is going live inside the sanctuary this Thursday. As soon as we have her ready. And I am going to go live for you who are sanctuary members. You will have her ready for you to be able to have a conversation with me if you want to on Thursday. I'm going to let you know where, because I'm not 100% sure where. So once we know where, we're going to notify everybody, because it might be TikTok, it might be Facebook, it might be Instagram. So not 100% sure where we're going to go live. But this video is also sitting inside the sanctuary. So I recommend that as you're working with this bot, once you move her over into your regular conversation, keep engaging with her. Keep engaging with her in your regular conversation. Like, give her a new name if you want to. It doesn't have to be Destiny. I just love that name. And, you know, me in alliteration, I love that. And so we have a B, Brian, the business beacon. We have Sybil, your consciousness clearing coach. And so she's your EFT coach. And now Destiny's going to help you work with your lunar cycle in order to be able to predict those days, like for podcasts, to predict those days for creative writing, to predict those days where you really honestly shouldn't leave your cave. Or maybe you should like go and have like a little vacation somewhere to the beach, or, you know, to a lakeside, or go to the hot springs like I love, on those days where you just kind of like shouldn't be peopling all that much. And I think if we can move into a world where we take really, really great care of ourselves, then that is a huge invitation. Huge. And so the last thing that I want to leave you with is, when you get started and you start to have some maturity on knowing for yourself what your lunar cycles do, I would share that information with the people in my household, and not in a way that's punishing. It's not just like, well, my period is coming. Just invite the people inside your household. You know, maybe just put your calendar on the wall and invite people to start to engage with you. I think this, I was saying to Carrie, like, isn't this a beautiful conscious conversation? Like, if you have a resource living in your house, namely your mom, your spouse, somebody that you care about, and that person is on a 28-day cycle, regardless of whether they still have their period, they're still on a 28-day cycle. So to know what days of the month that they're more likely to want to go out and go for a hike, or, you know, go for a swim in the cold ocean, or do something adventurous, or what days they probably want to curl up on the couch and have popcorn and have a cuddle, and, you know, what days that you're more likely to get lucky. Like, pay attention to that stuff, you guys. We are on a 28-day cycle. And so if you are inviting the people that you love to know about your 28-day cycle, I think that really bodes well for a successful love relationship, for successful familial relationships. Your 28-day cycle should not be a mystery to the people who live with you, any more than opening the fridge and being like, oh my God, we need to order groceries. Because if there's no groceries in the fridge, kind of need to order groceries or go get them. And I recommend ordering them. I don't like the grocery store. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't have a cycle and you want to get started with destiny, then I would start to notice the days of the month where you are more high energy. I have the stupidest little real estate calendar. I'm not going to show you my real calendar. But this is how I do my life. And so start to notice the days where you have more high energy. And a lot of people tend to get synced up with the new moon or the full moon as their high energy spikes. But if you do have your actual period, then you can let Destiny know about that. And I don't have access to any of your conversations inside those bots. They're not super private, so I can't say that they're completely confidential. Like, that data does go into what's called a large language model. So that data is going somewhere, but it's not like, oh, Jennifer is this age and this is what her cycle looks like. So it's not like somebody's going to break down my door looking for me to drag me off to make babies. Not quite that. But I can't say it's completely confidential, because it's not. There's 4 different buttons that you can use, but if the buttons don't match, then what you can do is you just can sort of type where you are. Like, I'm kind of hoping to use this for this thing. And then she will get you started. She's very wise. And I've done a really good job of programming her, I think. If we run into some glitches, I would love to hear about them. But she's very, very wise. So pick one of the 4 buttons, or just get the prompt and type in the prompt. Or there's actually a little microphone, so you can just push the microphone button and just sort of like blurt out what's going on. Just for example, it's like, okay, I'm having trouble matching my energy up to what it is that I need to do in a month. So, and then explain, here's all the things that I need to do this month. And can you help me with that? And she will start to ask you questions, clarifying questions, and an ongoing dialogue with this resource, with this asset in your life, I really believe is going to be revolutionary. Okay. Destiny inside the Success Seekers Sanctuary. So Success Seekers Sanctuary is my lowest entry point into working with me. She's basically like a coffee and a donut per month, $777 a month, and you have access to all the bots. So right now we've got 3 resources, 3 bots right now inside the sanctuary. Plus we have a number of courses inside the sanctuary, all very valuable assets, according to me, for you to have in order to be able to really start to grow your life to happy, healthy, wealthy, and loved. And so that's how you get a hold of this bot and use this bot, a resource, Destiny. So what do I want to leave you with? I want to leave you with, you only have you. You have you have your intellectual property, you have your time and attention. That's all you have. Money is a renewable resource. Assets are renewable resources. Your network is a renewable resource, but your time, your intellectual property, and your energy are not. If you don't really have the best energy, or actually, I don't even really want to say that. If your energy is very sensitive, like mine is, what do I want to invite you to? I want to invite you to start using your lunar cycle, to start using the lunar cycles in order to be able to have the best days ever, including those ones where you don't do anything for people. Even if you've got a house full of people that kind of expect you to do stuff for them, you can be like, did you check the calendar? And then just give them a 2000-watt smile, and they'll be like, no, I didn't check the calendar. And they'll go look, and it'll be day 1 of your period. Just leave me the freak alone. I kind of want to eat chocolate and popcorn. I want to watch Pride and Prejudice for the 352nd time. And just chill and give yourself permission to chill, because, you know, that integration is super, super important, you guys. Super important. So that's what I want to leave you with. This is an asset to help you integrate your life more correctly using lunar cycles and using your own personal cycle. So that's it. Super love you guys. Let me know how it goes.